This segment sponsored by Viking Psychiatry. Welcome back to Mental Health Matters with Viking Psychiatry, and today we're going to talk about genetics and mental health, specifically a small but mighty gene called COMT that can influence focus, stress, and even how you respond to caffeine or medication. And joining me today is Sean Goddard, who is the owner of Viking Psychiatry, to break it all down. Hello, Sean.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I have to say I really appreciate doing this segment with you and all the light that you shine on mental health in our community.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. And we appreciate your knowledge because a lot of this stuff I'm hearing about for the first time, and I'm sure other people are as well.
Absolutely.
So speaking of, COMT is something that I don't know. And so kind of break down, what is that specifically?
Yeah, so COMT is an enzyme that breaks down dopamine, norepinephrine, and other chemicals in our brain, and they're responsible for how quickly the brain clears out and clears away those neurotransmitters. So it's kind of like responsible as like your brain's cleanup crew, if you will.
Okay, your brain's cleanup crew. And so are there different types of COMT?
Yeah, there are three main variants, if you will. There's a VAL, which is known as the fast dopamine clearer. Then we have folks that who have this type that typically do not well do under stress but feel flat or understimulated afterwards. Then we also have what are called METs, and those are the slower metabolizers of dopamine. And so dopamine tends to hang around in their brain, right, and build up levels. So great because it makes them like empathetic and creative, but also very prone to anxiety and feeling overwhelmed. And then we have kind of what's called like the normal, right, which is VAL-MET, which is somebody that's right in the middle that tends to maintain the correct amount of dopamine.
Okay, and so I'm trying to think, so you say this is something that clears the brain, so is this something that everyone deals with just in a different capacity?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all have this COMT gene, right? It shapes how we respond to stress, medications, and even caffeine, right? Fast comps need a little bit of extra stimulation because they burn through the dopamine, right? And so they often look for a little extra stimulation to help increase that level and stimulate their brain and allow them to focus and pay attention. While slow comps, if they get too much caffeine or overexcitement, become really jittery or super anxious from that overstimulation.
Interesting. So how would one go about knowing if they possess a fast or slow comp?
Yeah, so about the only way we can do that right now is through the gene testing that we offer at the practice.
Okay.
We can do that oral swab, and it's, you know, we've talked about MTHFR before, right?
Yeah.
And so this is another one of those genes that really play a very large key role in our brain that we're often not aware of and can change the outcomes of treatment. So just a simple swab.
Right. Okay, so how does it actually impact treatment as people are trying to evaluate their mental health?
Yeah, so if you think about, for example, let's say somebody is a slower comp and they have dopamine levels that are building up. And then you have somebody that's dealing with depression and they're not responding that well to their depression medication. We might sometimes add a low dose, what's called an atypical antipsychotic, to increase their dopamine level, hoping to build reward and pleasure. But if somebody has a slow comp and they already have a buildup of dopamine and we add something that's going to cause that to build up even more, then they'll have negative outcomes often. And so knowing that somebody has that, we can adjust and individualize their treatment and hopefully not make them feel worse, but feel better.
Yeah, and so can someone's individual lifestyle make a difference in how they experience the COMT and how the treatment could be influenced by it?
Yeah, so overall, we have to look at each person individually, right? Like I can't tell you, oh, you exercise and you drink green tea or you take magnesium, because everybody's going to be different based on the COMT variant that they have. But depending on the COMT variant, they can exercise, they can use green tea, massage, yes, that's one good thing. I was going to say, you know, meditate, deep breathing, but massage works as well. But you can't change the DNA, right? It's set. but you can change how it's expressed, right, and adapt to that and make it a strength for you versus a weakness.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting. Yeah, there's just so many components that our genes make up that we didn't even know about. And again, as you do your work, we're tackling what it looks like to conquer mental health in those ways. So thank you for this information today, Sean.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And if you would like more information about Viking Psychiatry, well, we'll have their website listed below. So when a treatment feels off, it is so important to know that it may not be about effort, it might be about genetics. So understanding what we talked about today, which is COMT, will help you with your personalized brain care. And again, the website's listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Viking Psychiatry.